What's going on, everybody? I'm Sheik Sweetie.
And I'm Jeremy Kraft, also known as Mr. Black Book Houston.
And we are introducing to you
Book Black TV.
Book Black TV is where we bring you the hottest entrepreneurs, greatest creatives, businesses, business owners, everything we do on Black Book Houston, just visual. So you guys make sure y'all are locked in because we have some hot new stuff we'll be bringing to you, and we want to keep you up to date with all the blackness that's going on in Houston.
Make sure you're following us on Instagram as well at Black Book Houston.
All right, guys, tune in.
Hello, Black Bookers, and welcome back to Book Black. I'm Mr. Black Book Houston, and I'm here with Sheikah from Snatched Body.
Hi, hello. Hi, Black Book Houston. How everybody is doing?
So good. How you doing today?
I'm doing pretty well.
Doing pretty well?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Happy to be here.
Good. You're not nervous, are you?
A little bit.
A little bit?
That's
okay.
I just record myself by myself. So
I got you. I'm nervous too. But it's okay. So we're going to have a little icebreaker to break the ice.
Okay.
So we can clear up all this nervousness that's going on around here. All right. So I'm going to ask you 3 questions to see if you get to keep your black card.
Oh.
Are you ready?
Okay.
You ready?
Come on.
It should be easy. It should be fun. All right. So the first question is, who taught you how to spell the word independent? A, the teacher. B, Lil Webby. C, Destiny's Child. Or D, Lil Boosie.
It'll have to be Lil Webby.
Lil Webby? Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. Yeah.
I-N-D-E-P-E-N-D-E-N-T. Do you know what that mean, man?
Yeah.
Do you know what that means?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. That's a good one. Okay. All right. You 1 for 1, right?
Okay.
All right. Second question. According to Kanye, who doesn't have the answers? A, Taylor Swift. B, Beck. C, Jay-Z. Or D, Sway.
You don't have the answer, Sway.
You ain't got the answers. You ain't got the answers. You ain't got the answers, Sway.
You don't have the answer.
Okay, 2 for 2. You get to keep your black card. Let's see if you go 3 for 3.
Okay.
You get the whole suite.
Let's go.
All right, what is Mike Jones' phone number? A, 867-5309. B, 707-606-8042. C, 777-9311. Or D, 281-330-8004.
I have to go 281-330.
Yeah.
8004.
How they miss me now? 281-330-8004.
Mike Jones. Ooh,
Yeah.
that's it.
All right, cool. So you get to keep your black card.
Black card approved.
So let's go ahead and get into this interview.
Okay.
Yeah, so just tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, well, my name is Sheikah. I am a educator, new teacher coach by day for inner city school districts, as well as I've been building Snatched Body and Fitness since about 2014. I've now rebranded for a few times because it takes a while to get the brand that you really want, that really represents you and represents organically about what I'm doing. So yeah, that's where I am. I'm in the midst of, collaborating more with women in fitness and in wellness to really put my brand out there.
That's awesome. So what inspired you to create your business?
Yeah, okay, so I moved back to Houston around 2012. I had my son in 2013. And at the time, I wasn't married. I was by myself. I was single, and I had just had my son. So I really didn't want to put the quote unquote, let yourself go stigma on myself because, I know that sometimes with the roles of women and the things that we go through, you can put everything else on the back burner for children and whatever else you have you. So I started working out, just eating better, and being a child that comes from, as a child, I've always, struggled with weight up and down, always having to be a person to know that I have to watch what I eat, watch what I do. I really took that into consideration and tried something else. I heard about waist training, like every other gimmick that I thought at the time, and I tried it, and it worked. But then as I continued to grow my business, I found some things that were not offered to the industry that I really wanted to create and really bring to, you know, my audience and people like me, women like me.
Right. That's really cool. So you said in about 2014 is when your fitness journey began?
Yes.
So since 2014, how's that like been going for you?
It's like, I'm trying to think of Texas Cyclone when Asteroid was still out. That's pretty much how it's going. When I first started, you know, super dedicated. I was seeing the results. My life was aligned to work out, pick up kid. And then I continued to grow my business, and I continued to get into school and change careers. So then that changed. Then I met my husband now. So then now you're putting more roles into place. You get happy. I don't want to work out no more. I want to spend time with you. You know, those type of things start to come into place. So it's a roller coaster. And when you realize that there's no idea at the time where my mind frame was and my self-esteem was and what I imagined as the perfect shape, that's what I was headed towards. And so I used all of my energy into working out, kind of not addressing, like, you know, the depression, or not addressing anxiety, not addressing that I still have these little girl issues that I've been dealing with. So you go through all of these different stages as you work out and you think about what your goal is. So now, fast forward up into now, I have a better idea of clarity of who I am as a woman and what I want my audience to know as the journey. It's not a overnight pill. It's not a thing that you can put on and all of a sudden you're great. No, it works. Some days are going to be great. Some days are not. Sometimes your body's going to repay you in the way that you think, and sometimes you got to change some things up. So understanding that it really is a roller coaster, and appreciating the roller coaster.
The roller coaster. Absolutely.
I would agree.
Absolutely. That's real. And I like that you have an authentic journey, because I know me for myself, some days I get up and I can hit it at 5 in the morning, work out, you know, get my day going with a quick workout or whatever. And then some days it's just like, it's not happening.
Snooze.
It's just not gonna happen.
It's just not there.
Yeah.
I would agree.
But I definitely respect the grind.
Thank you.
I see you a lot on Instagram, going live and working out and doing different things. And
my husband's workspace.
Yeah.
He's pretty much giving me the right side of the garage. That's my side over there.
So like, what are some of the things that keeps you motivated to keep working out and to continue to be consistent as possible, as much as possible?
Well, I like that question because I've had a few times that I've stopped in my brand. I've had a few times where I have just put it down and not given it the energy that it deserves. And every time I do that, it is also a reflection of what I'm doing inside of my life and the energy that I'm giving myself when it comes to fitness and wellness. Right. So they're very parallel. I mean, they're very congruent as to what I'm doing. So what keeps me motivated is my audience. Every time I have quit She Snatched Body or put it down, people that have been following my brand from the beginning reach out to me. Where you been? Like, I haven't seen you. You know, we miss your workouts on live. We miss you doing workouts, you know, and recording them for us to do them with you. Or what about this? Do you still carry this? And it's like, you never paid attention who was watching you, you know?
Right.
And so to know that there are people watching me and really depending on me for this journey to keep them going is inspiring to me. And, you know, so now I'm in a space in my life where I have these words for the year. So like for the last year, my word was consistency. Okay. And this year, my word is focus. And so that's what I'm doing.
That's cool.
I'm just sticking on the words, and every time I do something, making sure that, are you focused? Is this consistent? And just keeping those words in the forefront of being inspiring to myself as I inspire others.
Right. That's awesome. And it's cool to hear other people when they say they have a word for the year. Last year, my word was preparation, and then this year is execution.
I like that.
So yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Execution is mighty.
Yeah, definitely. I know a lot of times when you're on your Instagram page, you're showing off this waist trainer.
Yes.
Yeah. And I'm the type of person, I'm gonna be real with you.
Yes.
My wife, I tell her all the time. I know when she was going through the phase and she was prepping for the wedding, she would put she had this it was like saran wrap.
Yep.
She'll put around.
Classic.
You know.
Yep.
And then she'll put on her waist trainer. I'm like,
Yep.
what's all that, man? Like, come on. Like, is this gonna really work? Like, you know what I'm saying? But it, you know,
Yeah.
it actually worked for her. But I don't know if it really worked for her because I'm thinking it's the diet. Because I'm the type of person,
Yeah.
I believe 80% is the diet and 20% is the workout and all that kind of stuff. So I don't know what a waist trainer come in at. So you gotta kind of explain it to me.
Let me
I'm not
give
taking
you
shots at you or nothing
no,
like that.
No. I always love this question, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because so many people represent waist training as a gimmick. Mm-hmm. People go get lipo. People go get surgery, and then 90 days later, no shots of people that. Because I have nothing against surgery. You do what makes you happy and what works for your body. However, even after you have cosmetic surgery, you still have to be able to keep up the work, or you will be back to see Dr. Whomever for a touch-up. That's just the reality of it. Right. And another thing that a lot of people don't understand is the waist training and the garments after is what actually shapes people after having surgery. You know, it's the garments that's after. So say you don't have lipo and you don't want to take the surgery route, that's where waist training comes into place. So the math is still right. Gotcha. It's still 80% diet. But in the 20%, which is where we don't get the best 20%. Gotcha. Whereas men, the minute that y'all work out, results. Yeah. That's just how y'all work. Women, the way our genetic makeup is made up of the layers of tissue and fat and all the other things that we hold. Whereas when you sweat, you automatically see the results. Right. For women, we have to work really twice as hard, and that's just the reality. And so that's where waist training and sweatbands come into play. But I also think that a lot of people are misinformed as into the way you're supposed to waist train. Waist training is actually not the first step. It actually goes in a backward cycle. So you first want to get your body prepared to go into your new health journey, which is detoxing, whether that's detox tea or drinking water or infused water with lemons or having a better diet, or taking natural cleanse, like with sea salt or things of that nature. Right. Then you want to go into steps of a sweatband, because with women, men too, but with women, our bodies hold fat and water for all different types of woman reasons. So you want to make sure that the body is knowing in the mind, I need to release this water weight. I need to be able to break down fat because our bodies naturally hold on to it. And then as you go through those cycles, then you can start to waist train. Because if you waist train first on top of a bad diet and body holding weight, you're, like they say, you're hustling backwards. Got you. So you want to make sure that you take the proper steps before you ever waist train. So that's probably where the saran wrap piece, that's that getting rid of the water weight. I see. That really helps shed the water, because that's what women hold first before we ever get to the stages of dropping fat. Gotcha. Gotta get rid of the water first.
So it's the detox.
Yes.
Then the sweatband.
Then the sweatband.
Then
you waist train.
Then you waist train. So do you have detox products as well?
Yes, I do. I have a detox tea. It's an all natural product. It's a 14-day product. You can drink it in the daytime or at night. I always tell people at night, because that's when your body works on its own, and it allows everything to shut down and restore. So, just in drinking water and flushing everything, because all our body systems work together, and just the food that we eat, no matter if you're, I know we're on the whole vegan push or not eating meat or consuming as much, which I have done before, and you do see a lot of differences, but you want to keep your body on a natural rhythm, and we just don't. Like the way that we live, our diets really affect those things. So detoxing is one of those important steps to really get in those.
And then with the sweatbands, do you have sweatbands?
Yes, then you have a sweatband. Okay. It's a neoprene mix, which is if you've ever been in a sauna suit or ever been inside of a sauna, it's like putting on a sauna on your body. So being able to really focus on those areas, like I said, for women, being able to focus on the back, focus on the front, lower stomach and back, where women, we don't know how to necessarily target all the time. And like I said, because we
so the waist, so the sweatband it focuses on those areas.
Yes.
And targets those areas specifically.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Okay.
And so, though, like you said, you have to eat right. You do want to put those great things into your body. Out of that other 20, women just need that other 10% of product to really help them and support them.
Yeah. And it's great that you're explaining this, because I feel like, kind of what you said earlier, a lot of people just feel like, oh, I'll put on this waistband, go work out, boom, I have, the 6-pack abs or the 4-pack abs.
No.
And
you can actually make yourself sick, which you'll hear women say. Like, women will say, oh, I feel like I can't breathe. Well, you can't. You just put a waist trainer on top of nuggets you ate earlier. It doesn't work that way. It's just, you are going to feel sick. You're going to feel like you're compressing something that shouldn't be compressed.
Gotcha.
And just focusing on, my biggest mission this year is also just talking about weight success. Like, I feel like so many people are trying to get, instantaneous, things, instant gratification, in which we like. We like to see, oh, I got results. But focus on weight success. What's healthy? What is beneficial in really serving the purpose of your body and your mind?
Right.
If you feel like you are still struggling internally, no product on the outside is going to help that.
Exactly.
So that's what I really want to focus on as people. That's why my mission, like you said, is to really start to explain the steps that people should take if you're going to do it. And if not, then, you might may not want to do it that way, because, it goes back to, like you say, it doesn't really work. Yeah.
And then I know a lot of times that could be frustrating too, when people have these expectations of obtaining these results instantly, and then they don't see them, and then that kind of sets them back, and then they don't know how to deal with those setbacks. So mental health is like definitely very important, and that's an important piece of it. Now we talked about the detox.
Yes.
You showed me the detox.
Yes.
You showed me the sweatband.
Yes.
Now the waist trainer.
Yes.
See the waist trainer.
So the waist trainer is very comfortable. It doesn't have any, I often hear this being said as well, it doesn't have any binding on the side that is going to squeeze your organs, like people say. They don't even promote those type of waist trainers anymore. Right. Those once were a thing, probably way before our grandparents, to really help their clothing. Or stay put together after having many children. Then our grandparents came along and started to use them because that's how they stayed in shape after having so many children, you know. Or they used the old method of sheets because they didn't have binding and zippers and things like that.
Oh, you put me on game right now.
So our grandparents, our grandmas would use sheets and pull them tight after they would have babies, so that their stomach and their body would go back to place, because that was just the way that they did it at the time.
Wow. Yeah, you're very knowledgeable on this. You're very knowledgeable on this.
So it's just, modern day, going back to the way things were, when, even though you have all these roles as women still, like, I know for my family, the women in my family, like, they just don't, like, black doesn't crack. It just doesn't. And I always, we're like, how do you do this with all these kids? And it's like, you dedicate time for self, but this is how you do. After you have babies, you don't go outside for 6 weeks. And, it's like, okay. And you think at the time, this is old people talking. Yeah. But when you really look at the things that they've come from and the way our grandparents look and the way they take care of themselves, it has to be truth to it, and that's a big part of understanding, like, self-care and putting yourself first and dedicating, a little bit of time to yourself. So. Got you.
Now, spring break is coming up.
Yes.
I know a lot of people have different fitness goals.
Yes.
What would you recommend? I guess I want to say something ridiculous. All right, let's say I'm a woman.
Okay.
I'm in my late 20s, early 30s, and I want to lose 50 pounds. How would I go about doing that? Yeah, I know I said 50. So yeah.
So when I first started, it took me an entire, I'm not going to say a year, I'm saying 9 months, because I was a school teacher at the time. And I started that August, and by the time we got to May, I had lost 60 pounds.
Oh, wow.
So it takes consistency.
Okay.
That's the biggest piece of it, is being consistent.
Right.
So you want to plan ahead for what you're going to work on. You know, if you feel like you're not consistent on your own, nothing is wrong with getting a trainer. If you cannot afford a trainer, like me, I'm not a fan of gyms. That's not my thing. I work out on the right side of the garage. I got all of my I got all of my stuff from Amazon, my weights from Amazon, my mat from Amazon, you know, because I already know from having trainers, which can be very expensive at times, what works for me.
Right.
And that's another part of it. So I would definitely say get with a doctor before you start any type of training, because you may want to know what your body type is.
Yeah.
So just for myself, like, I'm what they call an endomorph.
Gotcha.
And that means that I have heavier bones. It takes me longer to lose. I hold on to fat easier. So the way my body works is I have to have higher cardio and less carbs.
Gotcha.
Those things play a part, you know, and I'm no doctor, but I receive that information from my doctor, in knowing your blood type and knowing the things that you're supposed to be putting into your body. So one is just knowing what food is going to benefit you, and then secondly, what workouts will benefit you most to be able to get the results that you want. And third is just consistency. Every week is not going to be great.
Right.
It's just not.
Absolutely.
That doesn't mean cut out every piece of cake you ever dreamed about. That does not mean cut out your favorite Friday happy hour spot. No, but that means, like you said earlier, the 80-20 rule. 80% you do well, so you can treat yourself for the 20%.
Absolutely.
And then,
Absolutely.
you know, it balances itself out. It's all about balance. If you go too extreme one way, it's going to crash and burn real fast, because you start to think about all the things you ate before, and it can get sad real fast. Before you know it, you ate the whole cake instead of a slice of the cake. So just balance, consistency, great workout for your body type, and then your meals.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm balanced. I'm consistent. But the results are just not coming as fast as I want them to. What do you say to a person who's because I know a lot of times people think, or they try, and sometimes even come close to losing that 50 in a short period of time. Is that something that's healthy, or?
It just depends. Like, I don't think losing any amount of weight in a fast amount of time is what we would consider healthy. I think about it like getting money in a short amount of time, right? Because
they say that fast money, not good money.
you spend it.
Yeah.
You thought, like, in the process of, oh, I need money. Then I hit the money, or I hit the lotto, and in a year I'm back at the place, if not worse, than I was before, because I never mentally prepared myself for what that money was going to bring to me. So I think it's the same way in the fitness journey. If you lose the weight really fast, did your mind adjust to your body? Did your mind say this is healthy, or did you just say I want to lose the weight for this? And most times it's for external purposes, which really can do more damage than good for yourself, because you lost the weight so fast. But did your mind and your soul ever catch up to say, this is okay, I'm moving in a positive direction, I'm okay with where I am? Because if not, you can lose the weight, but that won't be a guarantee that you are in a great headspace to keep that weight off. Or if you plateau, you know, like you said, sometimes people plateau and get to their goal and then they quit. Well, one thing you know for sure, if you quit, you definitely won't get there.
Yeah,
absolutely. You know, if you quit, that's a for sure guaranteed way you will never see the goal. Just quit, and then you won't. You know, so just being able, what's the word I'm looking for? Flexible. Being flexible with yourself, having grace on yourself. Like, be okay. It's like, go back to the same analogy of saving money. This week I was able to save. This month the car broke. I can't save it. Like, what I'm gonna do? Ride the bus so I can save the money? That doesn't make sense, you know. So just being flexible and having grace on yourself. Going back to the journey.
Yeah, you're giving us a lot of great key points. I like the fact that you talk about not only the body physically, but mentally.
Yeah.
You talked about the spirit and all that kind of stuff. Just being spiritual. About the soul and all of that. You talked earlier about herbal teas and things of that nature. Is that something that you sell, or do you have products such as like the herbal teas and all that kind of stuff?
I only have the detox tea right now. That's one of my ventures that I want to really get into. Another one of the things that I sell is a snatch cream. So some people, no matter how hard they work, won't sweat easier, as well as skin tightness, so sometimes as people lose weight, their skin doesn't catch up as fast as they're losing weight, which causes the excess skin. So this product does both. It really focuses on keeping the skin tightened. It's a natural product, a lot of grapeseed oil, avocado oil, your base herbs that really help people to burn the fat deposits which our body holds, as well as to tighten up the skin along the way.
Got you. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So it's a cream that helps you sweat and tighten the skin at the same time.
Yes.
And as you heard her say, it has a lot of different natural ingredients.
Yes, I don't want to put anything on that I can't say.
Yeah. And I'm about to say that. So she uses the products herself.
Yes.
So, if she wasn't using them, then we'll have some questions.
I wouldn't believe me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So did you invent the waist trainer and the sweatbands and all that stuff?
Yes. So I created the sweatband on my own. When I first started, I did like most people do when we start. I bought from a wholesale person, and there were things I didn't like about it.
Gotcha.
So I went to the drawing board and went through different fabrics, went through different ways that you can create it, and then I got with somebody that could create me a sample.
That's
and then
awesome.
I pushed it from there. Thank you.
That's awesome.
It's same thing as with the teas. I play with just doing research about tea is ancient. People have been using teas from the beginning of times for different, health reasons and remedies that has clearly worked because it's still a thing that people use. So I went through, different taste tests and different herbs mixing together to see what would create the product that I wanted. And then I went into the next thing of pushing that out. Same thing with being able to sweat, So just going through, no, I didn't invent the wheel, but start somewhere.
But you started somewhere.
Yes,
and you took that product.
I took that and I tried to address the things that I heard women say about, this thing is digging in my side, or it doesn't reach at the bottom of my stomach where I needed to really work, or those things of that, or I feel like it rolls up every time. So every time I listen to my audience.
Okay, I'm gonna customize it and make it
absolutely
fit so I can have like the best product. That's awesome. That's amazing.
Thank you.
That's amazing. So before we get ready to wrap things up, we're gonna play another game.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. This game may be a little bit harder or a little bit easier. It just depends. It just depends. So I'm gonna ask you a few questions.
Okay.
The first question. The first question is, can you name 3 black-owned fitness people or gyms in Houston?
Okay. Muscleheads.
Okay.
Yes, one of my trainers is right there. Shout out to Ken. Level 1 Fitness. Okay. They have a great Saturday boot camp. Shout out to them. And third,
you got this.
I haven't been to their gym yet, but it is it's an all-women's gym. I think it's called Fitnix. The Step Sisters. They have like a step program. So I think the name of the gym is called Fitnex, I want to say.
Step Sisters.
Yes, but they have a high intensity step program.
Yeah, I think I've seen Step Sisters. They got their routine going. They be getting in.
Yes, and a place that I do like to go for dance classes is Intermix Studios.
Okay.
So I like that.
Cool. All right. So for your next question.
Okay.
Can you name your favorite
So one of my favorite fitness influencers, she's based out of Atlanta. Her name is Jay. It's called Get Fit Body by Jay. And she has a very long journey of, you know, going from dealing with plastic surgery and not having the best turnouts to really rebuilding her body from a really bad surgery experience. But she is hard worker. She really targets on the body a lot. I really, really like her. Another one of my fitness influencers is Fit with Britt. They're based out of New Orleans. She's married to Mo Flippin that has the gym inside of New Orleans as well, and they are a great partnership when it comes to like marriage and fitness. But she really is great when it comes to you know, working out and building up the body and having also, you know, different focus areas about self-care with women. So I really like her. Another person that I really, really like is Brittany McGee. She's based out of Dallas. She has an all women's fitness gym there. And when I saw her and her mom like work out together, I couldn't tell who was the mom or the daughter. Like, that's how fit her mom is.
I think I bought a DVD for my wife.
I think that
it was her.
That may be, and there's another
it's a
mom and daughter duo, but they're based out of Atlanta. I know who you're talking about as well. They were Black Girls Workout Too. Is a video that they dropped.
That's the one. Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, so that's another thing, like, you know, big is mom and daughter duos, you know, in the fitness industry, and I really like that aspect because it shows you that, you know, age has nothing to do with how fit you can be. So yeah, those are my top 3 that I really study and I shout out, and when they're in town I try to go to their events and things like that.
Cool. And my last question for you, can you name 3 healthy Black-owned restaurants in Houston?
Okay, so I like Soul Food Vegan. They have one of the best jackfruit rib sandwiches I've ever had on the face of the earth.
You know what? I had that rib sandwich. And I'm not even vegan. You know, my wife's vegan, so we was there to support. It was really good.
I teeter. I go between back and forth.
Oh, okay.
But it's good.
It's good.
Yes, yeah, it's good. I like Sunshine's. They have a really good black bean burger. It's really
have you
good.
been to Sunshine? I'm gonna have to check Sunshine's out.
Sunshine's has a really good black bean burger, and they have a lot of great smoothies that are really, really good. And she's a trucking company. It's called Taste My Flavors.
Taste My Flavors.
It's a juicing truck, and she does like pop-up areas, but all of her juices are natural, and they're really, really good.
Okay. So I got 2 on my list. Taste My Flavors and Sunshine. I'm gonna have to check out. I already checked out Soul Food.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Well, so it's been a pleasure having you on Book Black TV, but before we go, we would like for you to plug yourself. So tell us where we could find you, how we could contact you, how we could buy your amazing products.
Absolutely. Do many events during the month, but you can always shop online at www.shesnatchedbody.com. Same as our Instagram and our Facebook is also it's at She Snatched Body as well. You can also join our workouts by when you clicking on the website, it says join free workout, and that'll sign you up for our workout committee. So hope to see you guys out here. Thank you again, Black Book Houston, for having me. I really, really appreciate it. And remember that it's a journey, no gimmicks, it's a lifestyle.
Well, it's been a pleasure having you.
Thank you.
And thanks for coming.
Appreciate it.
And make sure you guys tune in next time, Book Black TV.